what's up? This your girl, Keisha Lee, and I'm standing here with Perry's, right? Is that how you pronounce it? Perry's Ratliff. Now, I had to search all over for him, like he had robbed me on the internet trying to find him because he is like so hilarious and stuff. Perry's, why did you become a comedian?
I like talking shit. I don't know.
People who are born and raised in Chicago never leave there, which is probably why it's awesome. Yeah. All right, so where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I don't know. On top of somebody's baby mama, probably.
What? Oh, he is so ratchet. All right.
Today is a special day for me, okay? And I'm not just talking about my special, because today my girl had a baby shower. Give it up for my girl, she had a baby shower today. Look at y'all clapping. Don't even know why you clapping, you know? My girl not even pregnant, you know what I'm saying? I just bust a nut on her forehead this morning. In my hood, we call that a baby shower. You know, besides, how should I say this? We're friends tonight, so I'm gonna tell you guys a little something about myself that you probably don't know, and that is usually when I get on stage, I'm a little nervous because one of my biggest fears is dropping the microphone and then it breaks and I ruin the show for everybody. Because I'm clumsy. I'm a black Butterfingers. I'm so clumsy that sometimes I drop things and think, that could have been a baby. And then one time I dropped the fucking baby. And I said, oh shit, that could have been a microphone. I could have ruined the show for everybody. It could have. You know, besides being a comedian, I'm also a relationship expert. A lot of people don't know that about me. I'm a relationship expert. And I brought some knowledge here tonight for the fellas. Fellas, I found out that women don't think it's cute when a guy comes inside of them and then yells nothing but net. Never do that. Never. They don't like that. Never do that. Don't do that shit. Let me ask you a question. When you come, I'm talking to you. When you come, you came before, right? Yeah, come on. Fuck him. When you come, do you say anything? You say what? A bunch of sounds. I don't know, judging by his shirt, it kind of looks like he says a prayer when he comes. That's all I'm saying. Oh. Thank you, Jesus. Just kind of got that look to him. Ladies, I didn't forget about you. I got some advice for you too. What's one thing that all women want to know about men? You can yell it out. Feelings, what they're thinking, how much you make, anything else? Why are they stupid? This is true. A lot of women want to know, why do men cheat, right? Why do men cheat? You want to know why do men cheat? I'm sorry, fellas, but I got to drop this bomb tonight. I got you. Men cheat because to men, women are like McDonald's French fries. Let me explain. When you go to McDonald's and you see that basket come out that grease, right? And you see those fries, they're hot, they're crispy, they're warm, right? A little salt sprinkled on them. Fucking delicious, right? Just like pussy. Now, after you had those fries for a while, right? They've been in that bag, you're on that drive home. What happens to those fries? Those fries get cold, right? And you know those fries get cold, you like, damn. But you paid for those fries, okay? You've invested in those fries. Those are your fucking French fries. So you eat those fries. And you know what? Cold French fries, still delicious. But you would prefer some fresh, hot French fries. That's new pussy, all right? And ladies, listen, don't get discouraged, all right? Don't get discouraged. Because do you want to know what's better than fresh, hot French fries? You ever get ready to throw that McDonald's bag away, and you hear a little rattle in the bag? And you like, oh shit, what the fuck? You open up the bag, it's some bonus fries in that bag. You get excited to see those bonus fries. You like, oh, hell yeah. You eat those bonus fries, way better than hot, fresh French fries, right? So ladies, what do we learn? That in your man's life, you have to be some bonus French fries. This you gotta be. You gotta be a bonus French fry because you want to make your man still excited to see you, excited to talk to you, excited to be around you, and that's a bonus French fry. Now, I hope that I don't cause a little tension on the way home between some of y'all because I can already tell that you're gonna be in the car with your man like, am I a cold French fry or a bonus French fry? Am I a cold French fry or a bonus French fry? And you better not have no hot, fresh French fries on the side either. Fellas, if they ask you that question, just say that you don't even eat McDonald's. Just say that you like Chinese food, you know? Because you can always eat Chinese food. You know, you never get enough Chinese food. So just tell that to your woman. I think she'd understand. You know, before I forget, I want to give a shout out to Amy Schumer because without Amy Schumer, tonight wouldn't be possible. You know, because she helped fund this event. You know, and I really love Amy Schumer. She's a real nice person, a real sweet person, and I'm forever grateful. And on top of that, I got a story. A few months ago, I opened up for Amy Schumer at this show. It was packed, it was full, you know, it was a sold-out show, and I killed. And then after that show, me and Amy Schumer took a picture together, and she posted that picture on Instagram. Thousands of likes, right? And the people that seen that picture and the people that knew about the money that she gave me, they all asked the same question. And you know what that is. Did you have sex with Amy Schumer? And the answer to that question is no. No, I did not. But if I did, I would definitely get pregnant by Amy Schumer. That's all I'm saying. I don't know biologically how that's possible, but I would figure it out. I don't know if you guys have heard, but the last year she made over $37.5 million. I think that's enough money for me to try to push a baby out my pee hole. That's all I'm saying. As soon as the first time me and Amy Schumer have sex, I'll be like, Amy, can I ask you a question? Did you come in me? Because I know my body, and I'm definitely pregnant right now. I'm definitely pregnant, all right? And Amy Schumer, she's real cool, so I could just picture her approaching me like a dude, like, so what you want to do? And then I'm going to bounce that question right back to her. I don't know. What you want to do? And then, you know, she's a known feminist, so I can see her saying something, you know, like, kill it. And I'll be like, what? You want to kill our baby? Oh, my God. Don't you love me, Amy? Oh, my God. Don't you love me? I can't believe that you would say something like that. I can't, I don't want to argue with you. We're making the baby upset. All I'm saying is, it's okay to be a gold digger if you, if you choose. It's okay to be a gold digger. I'm from Chicago, and I love Chicago, but it's been kind of violent these last few years. And a lot of people don't know this, but Chicago averages over 300 shootings a month. Did you know this?
Imagine living in a place where every 3 hours someone is shot and every 14 hours someone is murdered. And I'm not talking about Iraq or Afghanistan, but Chicago, one of the biggest and most sophisticated cities in the world. On the city's south side, considered the heart of Black America, gang rivalry is tearing its people apart. It's become so brutal, both police and gangs agree this is urban warfare out of control.
300 shootings a month. That's a lot of fucking shootings. And I hope that that doesn't detour people from visiting Chicago, because Chicago has a lot to offer. For example, that we have the 16th tallest tower in the entire world, the Willis Tower. 6-time world championship Chicago Bulls, right? We got deep dish pizza. We got Chicago-style hot dogs, Oprah. What are some other things that you guys like about Chicago? It's okay, you can yell it out. White Sox, what you say? Polish sausages? Yeah, those are pretty good. Anybody else? Lakeshore Drive, what you like about Lakeshore Drive? The scenery? Okay, that's, anybody over here? Pizza, I said that. Italian beef, everybody has Italian beef. You know, those are all some good things, but there's one thing that people always forget to mention when they mention how great Chicago is. And that is that we have some of the greatest homeless people of all time. Have you seen these motherfuckers? I'm not even joking, this is a true story, I'm not even making this up. I was downtown Chicago on Michigan Avenue, right? Full of people. And in the midst of all of these people, there was a homeless man laying on the ground, just like this. And then out of nowhere, he just rose up and said, "Tonight, I'ma suck my dick." And then he just laid back down. Like nothing happened. And of course, when people seen this, they were upset. But you know what? It didn't bother me one bit. Because who am I to judge a man that decides to suck his own dick? Matter of fact, I thought it was talent. So I unzipped my pants, I walked over to him and said, "Here, sir, have two." Because nothing makes Paris Ratliff happier than a free blowjob and a homeless man with a full tummy. That's... I know. Yeah. I'm a humanitarian. I don't know if I mentioned that at the beginning, so. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys, anybody know where I can cash in my cool points? I got too many cool points. Just way too many cool points I accumulated over the years, you know? You guys know what cool points are, right? No? Nobody know? If you don't know what cool points are, let's get the aid of Urban Dictionary. All right, hold on. Urban Dictionary, let me see. I'll tell you what cool points are. Okay, here we go. Cool points. A system of points that reflects a person's popularity or social ranking. One is awarded cool points for doing something stupid or completely mind-blowing, like the act of banging Mark's mom or eating a baby. I didn't write this. Cool points can hypothetically be given or taken away depending on what someone does. Cool points are added if someone does something cool. However, they are subtracted when someone does something dumb. The number of cool points depends on what that person has done. So now that we know what cool points are, I'm gonna tell you a story. Me and my homie Drew, right, we were at the movie theater, and then we left the movie theater, right? And there was this car, and there was this guy and this girl. The guy was on his knees trying to fix a flat tire, okay? The girl was just in the car on her phone doing whatever, I don't know. So I seen this guy trying to fix his tire. He was having a hard time, so I said, you know what? I'm gonna help this guy fix his tire. So I got on my knees, my pants got dirty, my hands got dirty, my shoes got dirty. I did some work on that tire, got the tire on this car. They were good to go. And you wanna know what this dude did? He looked me right in my eyes. He shook my hand and said, man, you get mad cool points for that. And then he drove the fuck off. I was like, wait a minute, like I can't get $5? I can't get $5? I mean, she can't get out the car and give me a hand job. I mean, something. I mean, I don't want no cool points. What am I gonna do with all these cool points? I got way too many cool points. I can't go to the gas station and be like, yeah, can I get about 2,000 cool points on pump 7? It don't work like that. I'm tired of these cool points. The next thing I'm about to say is, it's kind of, might be a little bit controversial. I think that America pays their veterans in cool points. Think about it. You get dropped off in a foreign land, right? You fighting some shitty war, and you don't really know what it's about. During that war, you might kill some innocent women or children. In the heat of battle, you might lose an arm or a leg. And then they send you back to America. Now you got a whole nother battle to fight. You got to try to battle getting proper health care. You got to battle alcoholism. You got to battle depression. You got to battle drug abuse. So now you lose your wife, you lose your kids, you lose your home, and it's going to be hard for you to find a job. So now you're poor and you're homeless. And the next thing you know, you're downtown Chicago on Michigan Avenue, laying on the ground, talking about sucking your own dick. That's America. That's what America does to its veterans. And we need to fix that, right? Because they treat their veterans like shit. And I don't like it. Yeah, you lost an arm, you lost a leg, you lost your wife, you lost your kids, you lost your home, but you get mad cool points for doing that shit you did over there in Iraq. You know, it's just...
If you ever needed proof that America truly doesn't give a damn about its veterans, active or otherwise, man, this is it. Okay, I've gotten on this radio and said a million times, if you serve this country, you should never want for anything. You should get free room and board. You should get the best free health care. You should be able to get a free education at any university in this country whenever you want. You should be tax exempt, okay? You should get a stipend every month to take care of expenses like bills, food, etc. If you are a military veteran who has put their life on the line for this country, you should be treated like a goddamn royal, okay? At the least, you should not be standing around begging for change.
America needs to do better. You know, speaking of America, you guys really not gonna like this. This last election, I didn't vote. I didn't vote. And it wasn't a political decision. I didn't vote because I don't like jowls. And if you don't know what jowls are, that's when a person has cheeks on top of their fucking cheeks, all right? And when it came down to Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, I was like, nope. It's way too jowlish for me. Way too many jowls. I jowl shame. And Donald Trump won. And you know what? I don't have an opinion on Donald Trump because what you see with Donald Trump is what you get. But I will say this. Every time I see Donald Trump on television, the first thing that pops into my head is, that nigga needs a top hat. Because he has a top hat attitude, right? I'll put it to you like this. If you didn't know who Donald Trump was and you seen him on television and he had a top hat on giving a speech, you'd be like, yo, who is this asshole with a top hat on? Then after like a minute of hearing him speak, you'll be like, all right, I get it. And I know you guys probably knows that a few moments ago I called Donald Trump the N-word. And all I have to say about that is, I think he's earned it. I know them when I see them. Piece of water. Just let me get a sip. I should have opened this before I... shit, it got on my shirt. Look at this. This ain't good. We gonna edit this part out. I'm sorry. This next subject is pretty touchy. I want to talk about harassment. And it's been a lot of harassment going on in the media lately, right? It's been a lot of harassment. And this is distracting. I can't believe that this... Anyway, we just gonna say this is sweat or some shit. I don't know. And the water wasn't even that good. That's yeah, but it's been a lot of harassment going on in the media lately. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that Muslim women might be onto something. And what I mean by that is, I never felt the urge to jerk off looking at a woman's eyeballs. Right? Because they wear burqas. I think America needs more burqas. And you know what? The worst thing that's gonna happen because of all these sexual assault allegations is that women are going to be forced to learn pickup lines. Because men are done. Men are done flirting with women. You're gonna have to learn how to do some pickup lines, right? You don't think so? I think we're only like 2 years removed from women catcalling men on the streets. 2 years removed. It's gonna be an innocent man walking down the street, just minding business. A woman gonna pull up in a big ass pickup truck, hanging out the window like, yo, my man. What's up with that dick though? No. Yeah. It's hard being black. It's hard being black, and I'm not just talking about racism. It's little things that make it harder being black, right? For instance, there's some black women in this room right now that can't even shave their vaginas without it looking like a Nestle Crunch bar the next day. That's how... Am I lying? Ingrown hairs are the devil. That's all I'm saying. It's hard being black. It's hard being black. You know how hard it is to be in traffic, right? Every time I'm in traffic and a police officer pulls up behind me, I feel like I did something that I didn't do, right? I start second guessing myself. I'm like, wait a minute, do I got a body in the trunk? Like I start second guessing myself. Like, okay, I got my seatbelt on, I got my license, and my insurance is up to date. Why does it feel like I got cocaine in my back seat? It's hard being black. You know how hard it is to call the police as a victim? And then when the police get there, now you a double victim? It ain't supposed to work like that. Hello, police? Yeah, I've been shot. Can you send somebody down here? I've been shot. Then when the police get there, they like, they like, finish him. Pow, 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 pow. Flawless victory. It ain't supposed to work like that. Pow, pow, pow. Freeze. It ain't supposed to. It's hard being black. Being black is like having a bad job with real good benefits, right? Because you can dance, you can run, you can jump. Some brothers can jump so high that they can damn near fly. But if the police pull you over and ask for your ID, don't pull out your wallet. You might get shot. That's how hard it is being black. You want to know something that's ironic? In America, if you're a black guy around white people with a hood on, they automatically see you as a thug. But historically, when white men have been around black people with hoods on, do I gotta finish that? It's hard being black.
Okay, so I never talked about this publicly, but with all the shit that's going on in the world now, well, at least in America, right now just seems like the perfect fucking time. You know what I mean? It just seems like the perfect time to talk about this shit. So basically, this was a little while ago now, you know, and even though it was a little while ago, this shit still haunts me every motherfucking day, especially when I see incidents of police brutality. I see innocent people being shot by the police. Hands up, don't shoot. Oh shit, they shot anyway. Every time I see this shit, you know what I'm saying, it fucking haunts me, you know, so I have to talk about this today. So long story short, at this time I had a newborn son, and one day I was sitting around with his mom, me, him, and his mom, and he was having a real diarrhea-esque day. Like, it was just shit. Like, his ass was running like a fucking faucet. You know what I'm saying? And we got down to the last diaper. We didn't even realize that we was low on fucking diapers. So I was like, oh shit. Y'all hold tight. I'm about to run to Walgreens, and I'm about to pick up some diapers. So I go down the stairs and I get to my car, and I realize that one of my tires is low on air. Because I had a 1996 Buick Regal. I had 22-inch rims on there, and they were low-profile tires. It was a 1996 Buick Regal, but that motherfucker was clean. I just got to throw it out there. My shit was clean as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I had the sounds. It doesn't matter. But anyway, I realized that one of my tires was low on air, so I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go to the gas station. So I get in my car and I go to the local gas station. And when I got there, I realized I didn't have no change to put in the air machine. So I go inside the gas station and I ask Habibi, I'm like, Habibi, can I get some change for $1? So he gives me change for $1. And I go back out to my car and I put the change in the air machine. And then the machine comes on, you know, and all that shit, right? So I take the air hose and I bend down and I start putting air in my tire. And as I'm putting air in my tire, all of a sudden, from behind, a white man's hand, taps me on the top of my fucking head. And I turn around like, who the fuck is this? So I turn around, right? And it's a plainclothes police officer, like one of those plainclothes detective motherfucker. And I'm like, yo, can I help you? And he was like, we need you to get in our car. We got a warrant for your arrest. And I said, no, you don't. And then I just bent back down and I finished putting air in my tire because I just wanted to get the fucking diapers because my son's asshole was a fucking ticking time bomb. You know what I'm saying? So I bent back down. I just ignored this motherfucker. I'm like, this motherfucker, you got the wrong motherfucker. So I just ignored the motherfucker. I bent back down and I started putting air in my tire. And this time he taps me on the shoulder. And I turn around like, excuse me, can I help you? You know what I'm saying? He was like, I need you to get in the fucking car. We got a warrant for your arrest. And I'm like, sir, I don't know if you understand. Nigga, my son's asshole is about to bust. I gotta get home. You know what I'm saying? You got the wrong motherfucking nigga, sir. You know what I'm saying? But he just kept insisting that he had this fucking warrant for my arrest. He just kept going on, and we going back and forth. So I just said, you know what? Fuck it. I said, fuck it. And I just allowed this motherfucker, yes, I allowed this motherfucker to handcuff me and put me in the police car because I was thinking that, okay, they would look at my fucking ID and they'd be like, oops, wrong nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then I would just be on my fucking way. But nope. Next thing I know, I'm sitting in the fucking car with the handcuffs on, right? And another cop pulls up. Well, no, he didn't pull up. He actually was with the guy, but I didn't see him. He was kind of like off to the side. So this cop gets inside of my car and he just drives my shit away. And I'm sitting there in the police car like, what the fuck? And then a couple of minutes later, the police officer that took my vehicle, he comes back and gets in the police car with me and the other police officer. And then they drive me I got fucking kidnapped by the fucking police for fucking putting air in my tire. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting kidnapped, right? And they drive me down to the police station. And the whole time while they drive me to the police station, I'm in the backseat quiet as fuck. Because naive me, you know what I'm saying? Me thinking with my fucking rational mind, I'm thinking like, well, once we get down to the station, if we go into the station, I didn't know if I was about to get my ass beat. I didn't know if I was about to get raped. I'd have like, oh shit, nigga, I just got kidnapped by 2 white men. Who were the police? But anyway, I could tell by the route I knew we was going to the police station. It was right down Madison Street. So we get down to the police station, right? And I'm still thinking like, okay, shit is about to go well. But the next fucking thing I know, I'm handcuffed to a fucking pole. And I'm like, okay. And then a few seconds later, because it was a table in the room, right? They slide a piece of paper across the table. And he was like, I need you to read this and sign it. So I read it, right? And when I read it, the paper said, check this bullshit out. The paper said that I assaulted the 2 officers that just arrested me. It said that I just assaulted them with the fucking air hose. And I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm not signing this shit. And they threw my black ass in jail. Now, I can imagine your face. And trust me, I can't fucking believe it either. I was pleading to the officer. I was like, please, sir, listen, you don't understand. My son is going to shit everywhere. You have to let me out of here. His asshole is leaking like a fucking faucet. I need to get home because I don't want this nigga fucking up my fucking furniture. You know what I'm saying? So I end up spending the night in jail. I ended up spending the fucking night in jail. You know what I'm saying? So the next day I get out, and when I get out, the first thing I do is I go to the Walgreens. And yes, I know it's already too late. I know my fucking flaws and just full of shit. You know what I'm saying? But I said, fuck it. I was still on a diaper mission. So after I went to Walgreens, I picked up the fucking diapers. And then I went back to the gas station where I got arrested at. And I went to the spot where I seen the officer drove my car to. And surprise, of course, my car was gone. My shit was gone. Listen, I had 22-inch rims. I had a flip-out CD player. I had amplifiers. I had subwoofers. And of course, that motherfucker was clean. So you know what? It was gone. I was parked in the motherfucking hood. My shit didn't have a chance. My shit was gone. I left my car all alone. And the niggas got to it. Shit. Every time I think about that, it just makes my stomach turn. So, after I realized that tragedy, this is where the smart shit kicks in. So, I was smart enough to realize that we live in an age of technology. And I was fully aware that no matter where we are in the world, no matter where we are in the street, it doesn't matter. We are always under fucking surveillance. There are cameras everywhere. So I look up and I'm like, oh shit, I see camera here, camera there, camera here, cameras all over the gas station. So I walk inside the gas station, right? And I walk up to the counter. I'm like, yo, Habibi, can I please buy a copy of the surveillance video from the other day when I got arrested? Now, of course, his name wasn't fucking Habibi. You know what I'm saying? I know you probably heard me call him Habibi twice. His name wasn't Habibi. I think he said his name was Jason or Sam or some bullshit like that. But there's no fucking Jasons in Egypt. So just stop it. That wasn't his name either. So Habibi for right now. I know it's racist. Habibi for right now. So I said, yo, Habibi, can I get the video? And he was like, yes, it will be $20. So I'm like, fuck it. So I gave Habibi the $20. And boom, now I got a fucking lawsuit. So I go home and I rifle through the phone book. The fucking yellow pages. Yes, the fucking yellow pages. It was like 2009 or some shit. I was still using the fucking yellow pages. And what I did was, true story, I'm not making this up. I went to the L section when I got to, I went to the L section and I looked up lawyers. A bunch of fucking listings. Just a bunch of numbers all over the place when you look up lawyers in the fucking phone book, right? So I just closed my eyes. I flipped like 2 or 3 pages. And then I took my finger with my eyes still closed and I placed it on the page. And whatever number was underneath my finger, that was the number I was going to call. So I called it. And this lawyer picked up. He was a real nice guy. And I explained my story to him. And at first it seemed like he kind of was just like, you know what I mean? Because he was like, okay. But then I hit him with the fucking whammy. I was like, oh yeah, and by the way, I got it on video. And he was like, you bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, hey, listen, you got it on video. I got the perfect guy for you. And then he introduced me to Jared Concerglad. And Jared Concerglad introduced me to his associates. And then the rest was fucking history. I had 3 Jewish lawyers. The best thing that ever happened to me. I love you guys. Shalom. Oh, but listen. So, like I said, the rest is history. And, you know, one of the craziest parts about this, right, is when I was sitting in the fucking, the deposition, right, I was sitting in the deposition with the dude that arrested me, the fucking weak-ass police officer that arrested me. And as we sat there, he swore under oath to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And you know what this nigga did? This punk motherfucker told nothing but lies. He looked right at me. And then he looked at the motherfucking Judah, whatever the fuck the motherfucker is that you had a deposition with, whatever you call them. He looked at him, right? And he said that when he approached me, he feared for his motherfucking life. Because according to him, you know what I'm saying? According to this motherfucker, I was swinging the air hose around like motherfucking nunchucks. What? First of all, I don't know if I mentioned this. When I left out the house to get the diapers, I had on jogging pants, no drawers, dick just all over the place, no drawers, jogging pants, a t-shirt, no drawers, house shoes. Did have on socks, but I had on house shoes. Nobody has ever won a fight in no fucking house shoes. Your feet are vulnerable. So I'm like, first of all, swinging the fucking air hose like none. I couldn't believe he said that. First of all, why would I do that? And second of all, I got on fucking house shoes and no drawers. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers had, it was 2 of them. They had guns, sticks, mace, tasers, and I'm pretty sure they knew some white karate. And you were afraid of me, a nigga with a fucking air hose? And you know what? Let's just play devil's advocate, right? Let's play devil's advocate. Let's just say hypothetically. This shit didn't happen. But let's just say hypothetically. I was going full Scorpion of Mortal Kombat with the motherfucking air hose. Let's just say I was doing that. Do you realize that the air hose is attached to a big ass machine? All you gotta do is move out the way. If you're so scared, why didn't you shoot, Mr. Policeman? Y'all so good at that shit. Why didn't you start beating me with some sticks? Where's the taser? Nothing happened. I just got in the car. Shit was fucking. I couldn't believe they said that and thought they was gonna get away with that shit. You know what I'm saying? They had guns, tasers, sticks, and white karate. And you was afraid of me, a nigga with a fucking air hose that's attached to a machine? They really said that. But anyway, I had the video, and when I presented the video in court, the jury looked at that shit like, for real? Like, really? Like, it was an open and shut case. You know what I'm saying? It was like, nigga, case closed. He didn't do that shit. And then the cops lawyers, they said that I must have doctored the video. So now, not only am I, oh shit, did I mention that they said that I told them that I was a fucking vice lord? Okay, the purpose that they say that they pulled me, I forgot to mention it. The purpose that they say that they approached me in the first place is because they say they saw me selling drugs and I was yelling out to them, the police officers, oh yeah, by the way, I'm a vice lord. Some vice lord shit. So now they saying that I doctored the fucking video. So now not only am I a gang banging drug dealing ninja, now I'm a fucking technological genius. So with everything you just heard, it's clear that I won my fucking case and I ended up $50,000 richer and 75 cents. The 75 cents is because the jury, they tried to be funny, you know what I'm saying? And they gave me my money back for the 75 cents that I put in the air machine, which was fucking genius. They was like, okay, give him $50,000, but also get the nigga 75 cents because he did lose his 75 cents because he didn't get a chance to put his air in his tire. Perfect sense to me. So I was $50,000 and 75 cents richer. But when I got home, my son still shitted all over my fucking couch. I really hate people. I hate people.
You know, it's 2018 and I consider myself a progressive black man. And if you don't know what that means that if it's late at night, sort of like how it is right now, right? And I happen to be walking down the street by myself, and I happen to see a white woman come from the opposite direction towards me. I cross the street immediately, all right? And it's not because I'm afraid of white women. Actually, I kind of think they're adorable. It's because I want to save her the racism, all right? Because I know she wants to cross the street. And she knows she wants to cross the street. Lady, let's just get this shit over with, all right? I'm like the Smokey the Bear of racism. Only you can prevent racism. Right? To take it a step further, I was in this bar having this drunk conversation with this beautiful white girl, right? I know, I said beautiful white girl, don't, you know. And she was beautiful. And, you know, but she was a little drunk, right? So we're having this conversation, then she just asked me a question. She was like, are you single? And I was like, shit. No, I'm not single. And she was like, oh. I'm like, what's wrong? She was like, because I never dated a black guy before and I wanted to try out something new. So I took that opportunity to tell her a black fact. I said, well, you know what they say. Once you go black, a cop might shoot your boyfriend. Get away, bitch! Get I'm trying to save lives out here. Like I said, it's 2018, and I'm not a new year, new me type of guy, but for 2018, I vowed not to have sex with women with big breasts because I had a bad big breast experience one time. I was with this young lady, and we were, you know, kissing and doing the foreplay thing, right? And I started to kiss on her neck. I made it down to the nape. Where's the nape? Is this the nape? Is this the nape? What is this? This part. Nape? Nape, this is a nape. Made it down to the nape of her neck. Is this the nape? Where's the nape? Somebody help me out. What's a nape? What is this thing? The U, what is that? Sternum. Made it down to a sternum. I lifted up the bra. Them big breasts fell out. Looked like 2 elbows just hanging out like that, right? I lifted up the bra. I'm kissing the breast. And I started licking on the nipples. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, just like that's how I lick nipples. Yeah, just like that. Yeah. Lizard style is what I call it. Licking the nipples. Yeah. Fellas, I don't know if you knew this, but there's a direct line from a woman's nipples to her vagina. I don't know whether it's a hotline that goes from the nipples to the vagina. So I'm all on the nipples, right? And I got real into it. And then at one point, I lifted up the breast. And when I lifted up the breast, there was a dead baby roach underneath the breast. Not making this up. I'm from the hood. Did I mention that? I'm from the hood. A dead baby roach. And there was a lot of mystery surrounding this roach. Like, did the roach go underneath the titty and die, or did a dead roach end up underneath the titty? I don't know. So it was a lot of mystery surrounding this roach. But I didn't trouble myself too much trying to figure it out. But I will say this: when I saw that roach, I said, you know what? Never again with the big breasts. Never again. But I'm a nice guy, so we still communicate from time to time. But now when she calls me or sends me a text message, I have her name saved under RT. It's short for roach titties. Oh, man. Did my shirt dry yet? Here's another question. You guys ever got like, I don't know how to say this. You guys ever got like a bump on your booty, you know? You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's not like a herpes bump or it's not a bed bug bite or a mosquito bite. It's just a bump, and it itch and it hurt. You like, where did this bump come from on my booty? And then sometimes you forget, so you go to sit down, and it hurt. You go, oh shit, I gotta, you know what I'm talking about? Anybody? It itch and it hurt. Before you sit down, you gotta try to do like almost a twerk move. You gotta hold on, wait a minute. Oh. You gotta kind of turn your booty kind of a little counter a little bit just so you don't get on that bump. You know what I'm talking about? I had one of those bumps on my back before, right? And it itched and it hurted. And I was with this young lady and we were having sex, okay? And I'm not gonna lie, I was beating it up, okay? Really beating it up. And so I was real into it, and she was into it. And then she was kissing on my neck and digging her fingernails into my back. And then she looked at my face, and she saw my face like, oh, ooh, oh, ooh. And then some tears just started running down my face. And she looked at me, she said, ooh, is this pussy good? I said, no, bitch. You just bust that bump on my back, bitch. Get off me. Is it bleeding, Jesus? So we don't, you know, I had to break that off with her. This was a long time ago, by the way, just to throw that out there. What's going on? You okay? What about you? This is crowd work time. I'm just, what do you guys hate about people? You can talk. I mean, we all out here. attitude, disrespect, stab you in the back. You ever been at work and then you see that one person coming that you don't want talking to you? You know what I'm talking about? And you just like, please don't let this motherfucker talk to me. Please don't let this motherfucker talk to me. Please don't let this motherfucker talk to me. Oh shit. Please don't let this motherfucker come over. Please don't come over here. Please don't. Hey, how you doing? Like he didn't get the signal, like don't talk to me. You ever have a grown man send you K? K. Instead of okay, you take the O off and it's just a K? I had a grown man send me K. I'm like, this nigga's flirting with me. Like this. Didn't like that. What else do we hate? Come on, you can talk. We're friends here. Anybody? Other people's kids? Well, you seen what I do to babies sometime. You said, well, who said, white folks? Who said that? White folks? Over here? That was you? You said white folks? Okay. To the white people in the audience, I apologize. I didn't know that we had a racist. I'm just joking. White people make me sick sometimes too, okay? But so do black people and Asians. They make me sick. But I'll get back to some other stuff. I used to date this older woman when I was 24. She was a cougar, right? I was 24, she was 47. What? I'm a pimp. I don't know if you can. But I used to date this older woman, and she was real beautiful, a real nice looking lady. She kept herself together, had a nice job, but she had one major flaw. And that flaw was that she was a heavy smoker. So she had a smoker's voice, right? And I'm telling you this because she kind of sounded like Donald Duck when we was having sex. I was hitting it from the back, and she was like, and I was like, sound like some old basement pipes. I was trying to. And then when she came, she was like, and I was like, And then after the sex was over, she was walking around. She had a bonnet on, a T-shirt, and no pants. I was like, oh my God, not only does she sound like Donald Duck, she got on his outfit. So we ended up getting engaged. But it didn't last. It was only for 2 months. Love comes in the weirdest places sometimes. I bought a flashlight recently. You guys know what a flashlight is? Flashlight? Anybody got a flashlight? A flashlight, not a flashlight. You can tell they're a little old over there. Flashlight. Anybody got a flashlight? Male sex toys. Anybody? Pocket pussy. Anybody? No? Well, I bought a flashlight, and if you don't know what a flashlight is, it's a male sex toy that looks sort of like this microphone. Only, except for this, there's a severed rubber vagina on the end of it, right? And how it works is that you take some lube, you know, preferably some Astro Glide or some KY jelly, or some spit. Spit in it. And then you proceed to embarrass yourself in front of your pets and your dead grandma. That's how it works. What? It actually says there on the box, apply lube or spit and then embarrass yourself in front of your pets or your dead grandma. But yes, I have a fleshlight, but I'm cheap. So I bought it used off Craigslist. I'm not gonna pass up a deal. And it was weird because I met the guy at CVS. What? And he came up to me, he just handed it to me without a box. I gave him the money, and before he walked away, he was like, "Bye, Samantha." I was like, "Samantha?" And when he said that, I realized that my fleshlight was white. So with all the racial tension that's going on in America and the racial inequality, for the past few months, I've been in a successful interracial relationship with my fleshlight. And I think that deserves a round of applause, right? Yeah. To me and my fleshlight. But there's an upside and a downside to this story. The upside is I have a fleshlight. The downside is I have to use a condom with the fleshlight because it's a whore. I can't trust this fleshlight. I don't even think he washed it before he gave it to me. I got it. The lips were all blown out on it. Fleshlight's been around. Anybody in here ever had surprise period sex? 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 She winked at me. Okay. Surprise period sex? Surprise period sex? Surprise period sex? Surprise period. Go on once. Go on twice. Surprise period sex? This is my mom right here, by the way. I just want to let you guys know this. Surprise period sex? Surprise period sex. I'm not about to go through the whole audience. Surprise period sex? Surprise period sex? One time I had surprise period sex and it shocked me to death. And it shocked me so much that I wrote a poem about it. You guys want to hear a poem? Okay. I call this poem, I Got Towels. You ready? I bought my girlfriend some gifts, took her to dinner and a movie. Then we went back to my place and she gave me some booty. The sex was fantastic, even though her vagina was bushy. But 10 minutes in, I felt something warm and something gushy. I stopped mid-stroke and I hopped from the bed. And to my surprise, my penis was red. I could have kept quiet, but I had to let her know that my penis now looks like a flaming hot Cheeto. The girl said, "Calm down, it's not that serious." I had no idea I was having my period. She gave me that script. We all know how it sounds. Boy, you went so deep that you made it come down. I stood there confused, feeling like Carrie. I guess my penis is the wand and I am the period fairy. I lost my place, hold on. But we came this far, there's no turning back now. Plus I didn't come yet, so let's put down a towel. That's it. No, you guys never been in a speakeasy, you have to. I got a son, and my son asked me a weird question the other day. We were watching A Little Mermaid, and he said, "Dad, why aren't there any black mermaids? Seen this movie 1,000 times. Never thought about that. So I had to give him an answer. I said, well, son, you don't know about black women's weave, okay? Ain't no black woman gonna be no mermaid fucking up her weave, you know what I'm saying? You know how unsexy Under the Sea would be if all the black mermaids had on swimming caps and shit? Mickey Mouse wouldn't like that. He'd be like, I don't like that shit, you know? But that got me to thinking, right? What if when Ariel finally got her legs, right, and she got on land, she found out that she was actually into brothers. She was into black guys, right? That would change the movie up drastically. Sebastian would walk up, and that's how crabs walk. They walk like this. So he'll walk up, they'll be on the beach, and she'll be like, I want to be where the Negroes are. I want to see them twerking. I want to try one of those big black, what do you call them? Ding-a-lings. I want to wear me a Remy weave and get a boyfriend that gets harassed by the police. I want big lips and a fat ass. I want to be considered white trash. I want to have black baby. I want to be a part of their world. And that, my friends, is the Kim Kardashian story somehow. I was a chaperone at my son's school. We went to the Brookfield Zoo. And they gave me like 5 or 6 kids, right? And we're walking around the zoo. We seen all the things we wanted to see. We saw the lions, the monkeys, the tigers, the alligators, the zebras. And then we walked up on this kangaroo habitat. And there was a kangaroo standing there just like this, looking at me right in my face. I tried to ignore it, but I just couldn't, because he was just looking at me. So I'm staring at the kangaroo staring at me. I didn't even notice, but my kids just kept walking. So now it's just me and this kangaroo making this weird eye contact. And I think that we both realized that whoever broke the eye contact was the bitch, so we just kept staring at each other. And then this is where it got weird. Trust me, I'm not making this up. The kangaroo took its hand, because they have hands, it's a thumb and everything, right? It reached into his pouch and pulled out a dime bag of weed. I was like, what the? So I looked left, I looked right, and I said, and the kangaroo said, so I did what any normal human being would do. I climbed into that kangaroo habitat because I figured that me and this kangaroo was about to get high as fuck. Nope. That kangaroo whooped my ass for 13 minutes. And I don't even know why. He was a real good fighter, too. He leaned back on his tail, got into a perfect southpaw stance, really giving it to me like a punching bag, you know? And then I was yelling for help. I was like, help me, help me. A black dude walked past. I was like, brother, help me, brother. The black dude looked at me, he said, oh, world star, and pulled out his phone. I was like, now's not the time. It's not the time right now. And then eventually some trainers, some security, and some zookeepers came in there, and they got the kangaroo off me. And one of the zookeepers was like, yeah, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. But my eye looked like this, so I really had a hard time with that kangaroo. And when I got out, I was sitting on a bench trying to recover. Me and my children, I bought them some ice cream. And a security guy came over and sat right next to me. And he said, can I ask you a question? I said, yeah, what's going on? He said, that kangaroo offered you some weed, didn't he? I said, how did you know? He said, because that same kangaroo whooped my ass last week. I said, nigga, where's the sign? Where's the sign? He said, what sign? I said, the don't trust the weed kangaroo sign. This place needs a sign. And at that very moment, we looked back over to the kangaroo habitat, and there was another dude climbing into the kangaroo habitat. And of course, you know what we did? We yelled out, "World Star!" Pulled out our phones. Because fuck that dude, I gotta get these likes on Instagram. Yeah. I don't smoke weed, by the way. I don't smoke weed. But I did have a weed lollipop one time. Anybody ever had an edible? The police not here, it's okay. Edibles? Yeah. And if you ever had an edible, it's a slow burn. Like, it doesn't get you right away, but when it does get you, woo, it really gets you. And I was sucking on this weed lollipop, and I was watching Godzilla on DVD. And the entire time I was watching Godzilla on DVD, the only thing that kept popping in my head was, where's his penis? Where is Godzilla's penis? And then it hit me. I was like, oh shit, that's right. Godzilla's Asian. What? Is that prejudice? I mean, come on, think about it. Small penis, he causes a lot of traffic problems. I don't know. He kind of fits the profile. You know what? I gotta stop talking about Asian penises, because I have an Asian penis. Not on my body. My penis is huge. I'm talking about, I got one at home in a box. I heard they're good luck. That's why. You wanna know, I actually found out that Godzilla isn't a male or a female. He actually has a penis and a vagina. And what that means is that he has way more fun than the rest of us. That's what I got out of that. I wish I had a penis and a vagina. Don't you? No? You never wanted a, come on, ladies. You never wanted you wanted a penis. I like her right here. She honest. You never played like you had a penis? No? All right, enough with the penis jokes. You know, my mom, she's always been cool. You know, I remember one time doing Halloween, she dressed me up in a brown shirt, a brown hat, and brown pants. I said, Mom, what am I supposed to be? She said, you're your father. I said, but Mom, I don't get it. She said, oh, this Halloween, you're a piece of shit. And I was like, okay. She said, so when you go out trick-or-treating and somebody asks you what you are, just say that you're your father. I said, okay. So we went to the first house, knocked on the door. This lady came to the door. She was like, oh, little boy, what are you supposed to be? I said, I'm my father. And then she said, oh, what, your father works for UPS? I said, no, he's a piece of shit. And she gave me the entire bag of candy. To this day, I still don't know what that means. Mom, what did that mean? I think she was trying to kickstart my life, but I'm not too sure. How should I start this? I taught my son a lesson that we all grew up with, right? And that lesson was, I said, son, no matter how nice a person may seem or how wonderful they may come across, never, ever get in a car with strangers, okay? Never get in a car with strangers. You know why? Because strangers murder other strangers. You got that? Okay, now give Dad a high five. All right, all right. Now go get your coat. I think our Uber driver's outside. How does that exist? That app should be called, hey, I think I'm choosing my murderer today. Like, it's any Uber drivers in the crowd? It's okay. Where you at? Who said that? You? You drive? Yeah, I know you. Yeah. You drive Uber. Anybody else? No? I think it's a bunch of liars out there. Right? And you know what's even worse about Uber? Like, sometimes you get in the car and they talk to you. Like, that's like rule number 2. Like, never talk to strangers. But they break that. And then sometimes when you get in the car, they offer you candy. That's like rule number 3. They be like, yeah, do you want some gummy bears? Nah, sorry, I don't want no gummy bears. You probably dipped your balls in, sir. You know what I hate? I hate when women be like, ooh, yeah, this pussy wet, ain't it? Nah. I know a yeast infection when I see one, okay? I know a yeast. What's wrong with a little yeast? I'm a grown-ass man, okay? I'll plow right through a little yeast. I know a yeast infection when I see one. You can't trick me. Or when she be like, oh, I'm on my period. So? I'm a grown-ass man. Are you about to eat it? Just the top, just the top, just the top. Just the top. We're grown men in here, right? Plow right through a period. One of my favorite shows growing up was this show called When Animals Attacks. Remember that? When Animals Attacks. And if you don't know what Animals Attacks is, it's a show about animals that have had it up to here with humans, all right? And when those animals have had it up to here, they feel like they have to handle their business, okay? And I was watching this show one time, and the show was about African killer bees in Texas. I don't know if you guys knew about this, but there are African killer bees in Texas right now. They are in the United States, right? And there was this lady filming her husband. He was mowing the lawn, old white man. And I guess he got too close to this tree because these African killer bees started fucking this man up, right? And he's trying to get the bees off. Help me, help me, help me, Billy, Billy, help me, Billy. Billy was his grandson. Billy came running out the house. Granddad, what's wrong? He said, help me, Billy. There's too many. There's too many. There's too many of these goddamn bleep. And they bleeped it out. Now, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but if I had to take a guess, I think he called those bees niggas. I'm not 100% positive, but that's my speculation. Probably in Texas, I'm pretty sure he did say that. He had the voice and everything. Whenever you got a voice like this, you probably say nigga for lunch, dinner, and breakfast. But he got the bees off him. And to further my speculation, the grandson was like, Granddad, are you all right? And the granddad was like, yeah, Billy, I'm all right. But I think one of those little black sons of bitches stole my wallet. And I was like, yeah, I know it. I knew it. I get most of my news off Instagram and Facebook. Anybody else? Don't watch the news. I get all my news off Instagram and Facebook. Bill Cosby died 4 times on Instagram, so I don't think it's that reliable. But one time I was scrolling down Facebook, and I saw this post that said, Chinese restaurant in Africa refuses to serve black customers after 5 p.m. I'm going to say it one more time. Chinese restaurant in Africa refuses to serve black customers after 5 p.m. When I seen that, I said, oh my God, there's a Chinese restaurant in Africa? Nobody knew this. I didn't know this. And you know what? I'm not the smartest guy in the world. But if the Chinese restaurant refuses to serve black customers after 5 p.m., doesn't that just mean that the Chinese restaurant closes at 5 p.m.? I thought Chinese people were smarter than that. And I'm not going to lie to you. For about maybe 10 minutes, I hated Chinese people. But orange chicken is just too delicious. And so I realized that in my life, Chinese food trumps racism. That's what I learned in my life. Speaking of Chinese people, you guys remember what happened with United earlier this year? Jesus Christ. Have you seen a new slogan for United? It says, United. And then right underneath it says, we wish a nigga would. Right underneath it says, a Chinese man got his ass whooped for not giving up on a seat on a plane that he paid for. And when I seen that, I said, it's the Asian Rosa Parks. They whooped this man's ass, and then they dragged him off the plane like a bag of dirty laundry. A bag of dirty Chinese laundry. And then somehow, through Chinese magic, he ended up right back on that plane. And he was walking back and forth saying, just kill me, 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 please kill me, just kill me, just kill me. And United was like, sir, calm down. We're trying to, okay? You wanna know the best part about that story? The guy wasn't even Chinese. He actually was Vietnamese, but saying that he was Chinese was just way more fun for me for some reason. I'm about to get out of here in a second, but I want to tell you guys about one more story. And that is, would you guys believe that when I was 7 years old, I almost got sent to a mental institution? Would you believe that? Yeah. You want to know why? For playing Super Mario Brothers. Clap your hands if you ever played Super Mario Brothers a day in your life. Clap your hands. But I bet you never almost been sent to a mental institution for playing Super Mario Brothers, but I did, and I got a story about it, like the head, here it goes. When I was 7 years old, I came home from school, I finished my homework. I said, Mom, can I go upstairs and play Super Mario Brothers? She said, cool, you can go upstairs and play Super Mario Brothers. So I went upstairs and I started playing. I guess I was making too much noise because 5 minutes later, my mom came running up the stairs. She said, boy, what you in here doing making all that noise? What you in here doing making all that noise? When she opened the door, she saw me and she saw my pet turtle. It was on the floor next to my feet. I jumped on top of my pet turtle. It died immediately, okay? And then I kicked it across the floor and I jumped on top of the bed. And I was jumping so high that the top of my head was busting through the ceiling. Drywall all in my face. My mom snatched me off the bed and said, boy, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? I said, Mom, calm down. I told you I'm playing Super Mario Brothers. She said, I thought you meant on your Super Nintendo. I said, I ain't got no goddamn Super Nintendo. My mom looked at me like I was crazy. I looked at my mom like I was crazy. The dog was in the corner like, that nigga's crazy. And then I looked and I seen my mom taking off her belt. And when she started taking off her belt, I panicked. And when I panicked, I kicked the dead turtle at my mother, okay? That's not the fucked up part. The fucked up part is that when the turtle hit my mom with my mouth, I made this sound. Because see, at this point, I was still in the character of Super Mario. My mom let out a roar like Vegeta. Ah! Like, that's a Dragon Ball Z reference, by the way, if you guys know that. And I said, oh shit, I gotta get out of here. So I started running. And my mom, I seen her, she was right behind me, right on my ass. So I was like, I think I'm gonna need some star power. So with my mouth, I went dun 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 dun. And to my surprise, it was working. Made it to the bathroom and I saw the toilet. When I saw the toilet, I said, yes, an escape route. So I stepped into the toilet. I hit the flush. Didn't nothing happen. My mom came in the bathroom. Worst ass whooping I ever got in my life. But that day was the day that I realized that my mom had a sense of humor. Because as I laid down on the ground with my ass freshly beat, she walked over to me. She got down on one knee. She looked me right in my face and said, dun, 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 dun. And if you guys don't know what that means, that's the sound that the game makes when Mario dies, everybody. All right, that's it. I'm out of here, y'all. Thank you.